The absolute unadulterated madness heading our way in Port Charles from June 8 to 19 is going to rip our screens apart, guys. Our girl Jocelyn is already in a horribly tight spot, but her world is about to get tilted completely on its axis when she receives a massive surprise. Out of nowhere, the legendary force of nature Liesel is thrown into captivity right alongside her. Can you even imagine the sheer unbridled chaos of those two being locked in the same room? Liesel is not one to sit quietly, and you know she is going to demand answers immediately. This forced proximity is going to push the man we all thought was Nathan, but who is actually the highly manipulative Cassius directly into a corner. He is going to be forced to make the ultimate confession to Liesel, admitting that he is actually Nathan's identical twin brother. Our minds are completely blown. Liesel is going to be left spinning as she tries to process this earth-shattering family revelation while also grappling with the terrifying news that she has been targeted and recruited for a highly dangerous cold fusion project. Speaking of Liesel's nightmare, things are going to get incredibly dark as we head into the week of June 15 to 19. Initially, Liesel is going to do what she does best, stand her ground and flat out refuse to participate in the twisted cold fusion project run by the ruthless Jens and his muscle, Ross. But guys, we know these villains do not play by the rules. Liesel is going to face immediate chilling retaliation. They are going to threaten the lives of her most cherished loved ones if she doesn't comply. The psychological torture she is about to endure is going to be agonizing to watch. But on the bright side, we might finally get a highly anticipated, much needed look at how Britt and Rocco are doing in their secretive life on the run. I have missed Britt so much, and getting a glimpse of her and Rocco trying to survive and hiding is going to give us all the feels. Meanwhile, back in the heart of Port Charles, Curtis is feeling the heat and looking for a way out of his current legal mess. He is pinning all his hopes on hiring Alexis as his attorney, and honestly, if you ask me, he is going to need every ounce of her sharp legal mind to get through this. Curtis is facing some massive looming hurdles, and Alexis is the only one with the guts and the pedigree to stand up to the system. But will Alexis be able to give Curtis her undivided attention, or will her own family's never-ending drama pull her away? We know Alexis always tries to champion the underdog, but this case might test her limits like never before. And oh my goodness, can we talk about the absolute train wreck that is going to be Portia's baby shower? Guys, we all know that baby showers in Port Charles are historically cursed, but this one is going to take the cake. The entire celebration is going to descend into pure, unadulterated chaos when Jordan makes her grand entrance. The air in that room is going to turn to absolute ice. We are going to get a massive, high-voltage clash as Jordan and Portia go toe-to-toe, clashing bitterly over their shared romantic history and their current lovers. The passive-aggressive digs, the sharp side eyes, and the raw, simmering resentment are going to be top-tier soap opera gold. I can already see Portia's jaw dropping as Jordan refuses to back down, making an absolute scene in front of the entire guest list. At the exact same time, Brook Lynn is going to find herself spiraling into a deep pit of panic and guilt. During the week of June 8 to 12, Brook Lynn is going to offer a massive, tearful apology to someone, and we have to ask ourselves, is this her finally confessing that she was the mystery driver on the night of that horrific accident? The guilt has been eating her alive, and the stakes have never been higher because her husband, Chase, is actively working a massive, high-profile case. Chase is the ultimate Boy Scout, a man dedicated to the letter of the law. He is gearing up to make a major, headline-grabbing arrest. Could you imagine the absolute soul-crushing heartbreak if Chase is forced to arrest his own wife, Brook Lynn? The drama of Chase putting handcuffs on Brook Lynn would literally tear our hearts out. But thank goodness Sonny is stepping into the fray. When Brook Lynn puts out a desperate late-night cry for help, Sonny is going to answer. We know Sonny is dealing with his own massive demons right now, but he will always protect the people he considers family, no matter the cost. Now, let's shift our focus to Willow, because she is about to get hit with a massive shock and a highly tempting, dangerous offer. The slick and calculating Brennan is going to pay her a surprise visit, and he has a major truth bomb to drop. He knows Nina didn't drug his drink. Brennan is a master manipulator, and he is going to offer Willow a deal that she might not be able to refuse. He promises to feed her highly classified, juicy information about Drew if she agrees to cooperate with his agenda. This is a massive defining moment for Willow. She is already walking a dangerous tightrope with her feelings, and this could push her completely over the edge. But wait, Tracy is not about to let Willow ruin the family peace. Tracy's going to corner Willow and deliver a chilling, razor sharp warning. Tracy is telling her in no uncertain terms to stay far away from Chase's marriage and not to exploit any cracks that might be forming. Tracy's venom is unmatched, and I am absolutely living for this confrontation. Over on the other side of town, Ethan is having some major, heavy second thoughts. He is looking at his options and suddenly feeling incredibly overwhelmed about the decision to adopt baby Phoebe. The future is looking highly uncertain, and Ethan's internal doubts are going to throw a massive wrench into the plans. Is he really ready to settle down and be a father, or is his wild, adventurous spirit going to make him run away from this commitment? I am so anxious to see how this plays out for little Phoebe, who deserves a stable home after everything she has been through. And what about Nina? She is on a frantic hunt for Liesel, and she is going to corner Cassius, who is still desperately trying to pass himself off as Nathan. Nina is going to demand immediate answers about Liesel's sudden and suspicious disappearance, forcing Cassius to spin a massive, intricate web of lies to keep his cover intact. Nina is desperate, and we know how easily her emotions can be manipulated when she is panicking. Will she see through his lies, or is Cassius going to successfully pull the wool over her eyes yet again? I am screaming at my screen just thinking about Nina being deceived by this absolute monster. But the real, undisputed MVP of the week of June 15 to 19 is going to be Carly. Carly realizes that the time for waiting and hoping is officially over. She needs to take drastic, highly personal action to find her daughter. Valentine tries to step in and deliver a stern warning to get her to back off, but we all know Carly. She doesn't take orders from anyone, let alone a Cassadine. Carly completely ignores Valentine's warnings and uses Lucas as the perfect, brilliant excuse to pay a visit to Windermere. She's going to execute her plan with precision, and oh my goodness, guys, her intuition is going to pay off in the most spectacular way. While sneaking around the cold, shadowy halls of Windermere, Carly is going to find the ring that Jocelyn intentionally dropped as a clue. The absolute genius of Jocelyn dropping that ring, and the pure, raw emotion when Carly holds it in her hand and realizes her daughter is indeed being held captive on the estate. This is the major breakthrough we have been begging for, guys. You can bet Carly is going to go into full, unhinged mama bear mode, and whoever is keeping Jocelyn hostage is going to face the wrath of a lifetime. I am so ready to see Carly tear Windermere apart brick by brick to save her baby. We also have a very emotional, bittersweet milestone coming up for Christina. She is finally graduating from medical school, which is a massive achievement for her. But it's going to be a highly emotional moment as her loved ones gather to say their tearful, heartfelt goodbyes. This is going to be an absolute tearjerker, guys. So make sure you have your tissues ready. Christina has been through so much, and seeing her take this next massive step is going to be incredibly moving for everyone involved. To wrap things up, we are hearing that Brick is going to make some major, groundbreaking progress in his ongoing search. We know Brick is an absolute wizard when it comes to tracking down secrets, and his latest discovery is going to blow this entire canvas wide open. With Brick closing in on the truth and Carly finding Jocelyn's ring, the walls are rapidly closing in on Cassius, Jins, and Ross. The stage is set for an absolutely explosive conclusion to these 2 weeks, and I cannot wait to see how every single one of these storylines collides.